off the
Or
field.
tips.
First, play the crowd. When the game is on, it is not the time to start asking your boyfriend, husband, or other person games about what's going on in the game, okay? Questions about what's going on.
Honey, does this dress make my ass look fat?
No.
No, your ass makes your ass look fat.
Don't be asking, what's that little girl like? You know, what is that little girl
The
like?
coach.
You know, and how far do they have to go, and why are they running that way? That's not the time to ask, okay? First of all. 2, do your homework. Look up in the headlines, check out the teams. Go to GoGameFace.com or FemFan.com, and they have podcasts.
Fun?
Yeah, FemFan.com.
What's FemFan?
That's
I know.
And then they also have podcasts, Fan 2's Girls, and ESPN's Play Ball with Amanda and Melissa. Now they also have sports from the girls. They all have the sports from the girls' point of view. Plus NFL has Football 101 workshops for women in cities all over the country. So if women want to learn about the game, they can go there to find out more about it instead of asking somebody during the game.
And I want to ask you to
Okay.
explain to me how you think football is played.
Well, all these guys dress up in these funny little outfits. No, I mean, I watch football, and I always root for whatever team I like at the time, and it doesn't really matter. I don't have one favorite team like some people do.
I didn't ask that. How is the game played?
Well, guys line up on one side or the other. There's the offensive team and the defensive team.
Right.
I know you're trying to trick me up.
No, I want to see. I want to test your. It's great to have references and send them to
Yes,
websites.
yes.
I want to know if you know how the game is played.
So far, so good. Keep going.
Offense and
The
defense.
quarterback throws the ball, and the guy runs out, and then he catches it over there, and then
Right.
hopefully he gets a touchdown. And they have
What if he doesn't?
4 downs. I know they have 4
4
downs.
downs,
Okay. And
How do they get a first down?
the first down? They have to get the ball 10 yards.
Very good.
Okay.
And then if they don't get it all the way, if they can have the first down with so many yards to go, and then
Right.
the second down, and the third down, and the fourth down.
Right.
But what I don't understand is why do they always call it still the first down?
Nash?
Are you kidding me?
All the
You
time.
brought her up there. First down.
They don't know. It's the first down, second down, third down, fourth down. They have to get 10 yards.
10 yards. Pick up the 10 yards.
10 yards, 10 yards,
down.
10 yards.
Yeah.
But they always go back to being the first down.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so
Because
you
if
get
you
4
get-
down.
we get 10 yards, you get a first down.
Right, okay.
What's it called if they kick it through the uprights?
Touchdown.
No.
Oh, wait.
Honey,
Huh?
did you think of maybe taking the classroom of 400 people?
Yeah. Read these. Go to these websites.
Hey, I
That would be a
didn't say
field
I
goal.
went to
That would be a
I
field
just
It
goal.
was they say,
Here
not
are
as
the
they go,
references for the women that want to learn about it, okay?
Should they have women on the sidelines on the broadcasts?
What do you mean?
Nash.
Yeah, with the pom-poms, but only over there.
You mean with microphones in their hands asking
Yes.
the questions?
Yes.
Why not?
No, I'm just asking your opinion. It's not a
Sure.
rhetorical question.
Sure.
Yeah, or your opinion.
Yeah, as long as they know the game.
Nash, what do you think?
Well, you gotta give them a little bit, just a little bit. So if they got a little bit of knowledge, you bring them in. They don't have too much, make sure they got pom-poms in the back pockets.
It used to be eye candy, and now not so much, right?
Well, no, they started to get too involved, and then it kind of messes up the game. What happened to domestic violence on Sundays? It's out the door halfway.
All right, Sam, who's your favorite team?
I don't have a favorite team.
Okay, that's good.
I just enjoy whatever I'm watching at the time, depending on who's playing.
That's it for the ladies' locker room. Nash, who's your
Now
favorite
wait.
team? What?
I will go ahead, what?
Yeah, another thing for women to do is play fantasy, you pick 'em or salary cap fantasy league, so that way they can learn more about the teams. And it's not too time consuming, and it's fun, and that they can get involved and stay on top of the games every week.
Should they be really in the kitchen making stuff?
Making sauce.
That was just to antagonize. or
Making
for
gravy,
fun.
tell them.
That was
Making
good.
gravy on
Making
Sunday.
a macaroni and gravy, here's the back over there.
Maybe-
Yes, look,
maybe we
okay,
should
all right,
practice
you want
some
women in the
better
kitchen. Now, the
tomorrow.
thing of it is, if women want to get involved and they enjoy entertaining, what they
John
can
got
do
breakfast in
is,
bed for that
make
one, that's
the pre-game festivities, they can make Sundays a special event for the football fans, football friends, right? And they can plan menus around the city that the team is playing, like Philly cheesecake or Chicago.
Philly
Deep Dish
cheesecake?
pizza. Yeah.
Philly cheesesteak.
Steak. It's, I thought it
Philly
said steak.
cheesesteak.
No, Philadelphia cream cheese, make a cheesecake.
Now we're getting a
Let's be on
recipe
New York, New York.
That's ladies'
better
locker room with
cheesecake.
Sandy Castell. And if you've got comments, you can go to our
Wait,
website.
there's one more.
Don't tell me wait
There's one
nothing.
more
This is
thing.
my show.
There's one more
All
thing.
right, make it quick. What?
Show your colors, wear your team colors.
You don't have a team. ladies locker room
I do.
with Sandy Castell. Make your comments over at VegasSportsNuts.com.
Yeah.
Notes for Sandy on ladies locker room.
We got all these
The bottom
49ers.
line is just to have fun.
Have fun, it's a game.
We
49ers.
got
All
all
right,
these
Jonathan, I've got the
songs.
best game this week. I'm a guaranteed
Okay.
winner.
I would love to do
49ers are a guaranteed winner. They want to bite.
That's it?
Well, they
I thought you got some picks
Huh?
for us. What are your picks?
No, I can't lose. I got a couple.
Come on.
But now you got to remember, because I like the Niners, the guys are flown up in a bay. I'm not saying that I'm a fan of the Raiders, but you got to look at this this week's game. You got the Raiders against the Bucks. This is practically, it's pretty much a pick'em game. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're always right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to take the home team.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
the Raiders are they're in gear. I think the Bucks have come off a few upsets, and I don't think they'll be ready for this game tomorrow. I think the Raiders are they're gonna beat that. They're going to take the winner home.
Coming to a man that keeps a shovel and a pick in his
Mario,
truck.
what do you think?
Bobby, I can't agree with you there.
Go ahead. What do you think? Talk to me about it.
I said last week on the show that the Raiders would feel good about themselves. They think Carson Palmer's going to be all right as their starter, and then they're going to get shellacked by a team that is very battle tested. This is a tough Tampa Bay team. They will
agree with
get
you.
after Carson Palmer, and I think there's a huge coaching edge. Despite how I feel about how he handles the victory formation, I think Shiano's going to be a good coach.
But he's a good-looking man, isn't he?
The
Well,
victory
you know, you got to give a
formation.
good-looking guy a little bit of credit. I don't know. All right, well, let's see what happens. You know,
I think
because
he's the host of the late night show.
last time I agreed with you on something I did wrong, so I got to do something else this
There you
time.
go.
We got to do what I got to do. So I'm going to take the Raiders. That's what I got to say.
What else you got?
I said what else I got? They better win on.
Steelers or Giants?
And Freeman's playing very well, the quarterback in the Bucks.
No, you're right. He is. I agree with that. But you know what?
Freeman's playing well.
It's that any given Sunday thing again. You don't know. But all right, going on. Going to the Giants and the Steelers. Now I have heard some rumors about the Steelers thing because you know New York's gone through its demise, and I'm very sorry to hear this. And I hope everybody is well and recovering from all of this that's been going on. You know, God bless all your families. But I do think that the Giants will prevail this weekend. What is it? 3 points?
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
The hook
yeah.
is important, I think.
I believe that they will cover. I think they're going to cover on this. I think they're going to do it for the state, the city. They're going to do it for the people. I'm going with the Giants.
I agree.
Over and under 47.5.
Under.
Ooh, I don't know about the over.
I gotta go under on that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking under too.
Yeah, sure.
Mario, you wanna move on to Giants and Steelers or wait a couple of minutes?
We'll wait a couple minutes.
We're gonna really chow
into.
into, we're gonna pull into that one. Tommy, come on over here for a second. Tommy Thompson's got some picks too. I still say my Bears are gonna kill the Titans. Tommy, what are your picks for the week?
I have the Bears.
I got 5 here. I got Baltimore and Buffalo. When a team beats somebody else by over 28 points, go against them following game and take the team that lost by that many. It's 12-3-1 this year. So I told you to take Baltimore and Buffalo. Another one I like here is rookie quarterbacks laying points this year are 0-5. You got 2 of them laying points this week, Washington and Seattle. So I like Carolina and Minnesota. And of course, the 5th one you gotta like, the Bears.
I like the way they said Minnesota. You kinda hit the Minnesota little sing-song there.
Fargo.
So that's, you get a 5-teamer, you got Baltimore, Buffalo, Carolina. I can't even read my own writing here. Who else you got?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, and the Bears.
And teams going into their pre-bye are 2-14 versus the spread.
Just gotta wait to get there.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now, last week I had a 5-teamer and 2 4-teamers. And Tommy, how did you do last week?
No comment.
Okay. He's got Baltimore, Buffalo, Carolina, Minnesota, and the Bears. All right, we're gonna take a little pause for the cause here. Once again, brought to you by Cadillac Toys for Tots. Bring a toy over to Cadillac on West Sahara and pick up a couple of tickets for our Toys for Tots benefit December 1st at the LVH Hotel and Casino. And LVH tonight, Love and Lyrics. Next weekend, we've got the Doobie Brothers over at the LVH Hotel and
Doobie
Casino.
Brothers.
You're listening to Vegas Sports Nuts coming to you live from Murphy's.
How can you miss the Doobie Brothers?
Yeah.
Saints. I'm going to move the Saints. I'm taking the Saints on Monday.
Put some doobie in your
I'll
fun.
bring Jeffrey back.
All right, cool. Jeffrey with a G. Come on.
No,
Come on back.
All right, don't hold me back there.
Anything you want me to
All
plug?
right, tag team in.
You want me to plug anything else? Anything you want me to talk about?
No, just tell them they can find out all my picks and everything going on with what I'm doing on DeNiroGuy.com.
The De Niro guy or?
No,
Duh.
De Niro Guy.
Duh.
DeNiro Guy.
Duh.
DENIRO. Don't go spelling Mexican money. Because it's the other way. It's D-I. You go D-E. DeNiroGuy.com.
What game you want to pick up on? Vikes and Seahawks?
Yeah, sure.
We're only gonna have 10 minutes.
coming back
10
to
minutes to do
Pittsburgh
5
tomorrow?
games?
Who's that?
You're coming back to
Coming
Pittsburgh?
back to
So we
Pittsburgh.
got 5 games in 10 minutes?
Which one are we come back for?
I don't know.
Yeah, start there.
Tim Searson? Yeah, I know who he is.
The New York guys gonna take Pittsburgh.
All right, we got about 2 minutes again.
Who don't I know in this town? Or who doesn't know me? I swear to God. Keeping these crossfires.
Vikings and Seattle.
Vikings, Seattle.
Wait a minute, got somebody I don't know. This looks familiar though. Can I take a smoke break outside? He's not even listening.
Oh, you'll know this guy.
I'm going. Be right back. I'm taking my drink too.
Buffalo.
You'll know him.
Welcome back, Jonathan Scott, coming to you. Check us out on VegasSportsNuts.com. Moving ahead here, we've got Vikings and Seahawks, the 1 o'clock game here. Seahawks -5, 39 is the over and under, Mario.
Well, great stat Tommy brought up about rookie quarterbacks laying points. I like the Vikings here. I know Seattle is extremely tough at home. I mean, they've beaten some bigger, faster, better teams and at their stadium, and then just lay eggs on the road. Ponder's going to rebound in this game. I like Ponder. I know he's had a tough 3-week stretch, but I think they're going to rebound. I got to give it to Adrian Peterson. How about at the midway point of this year, Adrian Peterson, leading rusher in the NFL. Outstanding effort, unbelievable.
Jeffrey with a G.
I'm gonna have to take the second leading rusher right behind him, a gentleman by the name of Marshawn Lynch, who is a beast. As Mario alluded to, the Seattle Seahawks are unbelievable at home. That defense is picking up. Russell Wilson is getting more and more comfortable. And I gotta tell you, Pete Carroll has surprised me beyond any expectations I could have had for him at the beginning of the season. These guys have already knocked off Green Bay, New England, some very impressive teams, and they're resilient. They don't go away. I am a little concerned about the number here. I'm not going to lie. 5's a big number, especially with a running game like Adrian Peterson. I'm taking Seattle -5.
I'm taking the Vikings +5, and I'm going to take the over 39.
I will say this about Carroll, great place for him to be. That is a college state, and he's a college-minded coach. It's a great, he'd get eaten up in New York or Chicago or somewhere else, great place for him to be.
Buccaneers over the Raiders. What do they need? Wear underneath their bucket hats.
Buccaneers.
Thank you.
Bucks too.
Raiders -1.5, 45.5.
Well, we've touched on this
tough
game
number.
before, so I'm going to just shoot it over to Jeffrey. I like the Bucks with the point.
I like the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks myself, although I don't normally take an East Coast team flying all the way to the West Coast. However, Freeman is playing great. They're going for a club record, 4th straight game with 28+ points. Doug Freeman in the backfield, Doug Martin back in the backfield. Excuse me, they're playing great.
Shot out of a cannon on that 65-yard screen pass.
Literally, and pushed.
Those 15 yards in the middle of the field, he ran in like 3/4 of a second.
Correct.
Amazing.
Let's move on to the big game here again. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on VegasSportsNuts.com where we're streaming live. Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, the world according to Matt Yaumans. The travel issues facing Pittsburgh in the post-hurricane intangibles that could either work for or against New York are tough to figure. Bottom line is Big Ben Roethlisberger is playing at a high level, and the Steelers have held a 4th quarter lead in every game this season. Mario, Steelers, Giants, I think you're going to go with your Giants. It's just a hunch.
No, I'm not.
Oh my.
No!
Oh my God.
Say it ain't so!
I want my Giants to win. I see them winning by a field goal. I have it at 3.5. You have it at 3.
I have 3.5.
There's just too much going on here.
You think the hook's gonna work?
There's a whole week of no power in the homes, and I think that Pittsburgh's doing the right thing, flying out the day of the game. Big Ben and those receivers are going to have a big day, unless that new secondary that the Giants are going to run a 3-safety set. Last year when the Giants made a Super Bowl run, they were in a 3-safety set with Deion Grant. Now that Kenny Phillips is coming back, and this kid, Stevie Brown, who leads the league in turnovers on defense? Stevie Brown. Guy's played 6 games out of the 8, and he has 7 turnovers. Amazing ball hawk out of Michigan. I'm looking forward to him.
You like the Steelers?
I do like the Steelers with the points, but of course I'm going to be pulling for my
disagree
boys.
with you more.
Well,
I'm the Pats fan, and I'm
Woodley's
taking the
playing.
Giants.
Red
Steelers are
back
flying
in.
in that day because their hotel is out of power.
It's not a bad thing for a 4:25
It
Eastern start. They're
changes
still going to have their meal at
routine.
noon.
But take a team.
It doesn't.
Gentlemen, can we have some decorum here?
They are planning on having their team meal at noon in New Jersey, just like they would anyhow.
And what will
And they're
they,
staying at the same hotel.
The day
They're
before that they
staying-
normally do.
And they're staying at their hotel they would stay in for a home game on Saturday night in Pittsburgh.
What hotel is that?
Everything is the same.
The Hotel Steelers.
St. Regis?
Crown Royal.
The Crown Royal. I've stayed at that hotel a few times,
Steelers in.
and it's delicious.
I'm taking the Giants.
You like the Giants, you like the Steelers?
Steelers
Yeah.
Say it ain't so, I can't believe you're not taking your Giants.
There's also a problem with the
Against the
Steelers
Giants.
backfield this week. No Mendenhall, no Dwyer. Redmond's gonna be running the ball.
I know.
The Giants
I
are
know.
gonna come together and do it for
But
New
you know
York.
what, the Giants
same
in
way
the
the
21st
Knicks did
century
last
are not
night
a great
at
home
MSG
team.
against the Heat.
Okay,
21st
let me
century.
tell you
How were they in
something.
the 20th?
The last game in Giant Stadium, it was all this hoopla. We're going to save the season for the fans. We're going to have a great home win to finish off our tenure at Giant Stadium. They lost 42-14 to the Panthers. The Giants sometimes don't embrace the moment at home in the
This is a
21st
different
century.
kind of
It's
moment.
been proven.
Different kind of moment.
Yeah, I know, but this is mental fatigue.
This isn't passing the baton off to a new stage.
Jeffrey, the difference between the best team and the worst team in the league, maybe the Chiefs, is about 15% effort. And that fatigue over the course of a week, watching people, flooded, losing homes, lives around you. It's
I agree.
a
You
huge
and I
mental
both
edge
have a
for
lot of
Pittsburgh.
friends and family back home that are in a lot of in
And
bad
what he's
shape right
playing,
now.
and Harrison's healthier. I know they don't have Troy Polamalu, but I love their coach, and he's got it figured out. He did exactly what he had to do. They're staying in the hotel in Pittsburgh, flying out at 8 a.m. They're going to be fine.
I'm taking the Giants in the over, which is a big number at 47.
I don't like the over or
I'm
the
going
under.
with the under.
Comes
I'm
right
going the over, I
That
don't
Atlanta's
care.
gonna be a story.
I think they got something to prove, and New York, they gotta show that they're strong.
Believe me, I'll be screaming and yelling.
I know you will. We're gonna let you watch the game with us again.
I know,
And
I
once
can't
again,
watch the game at the Hilton, I throw somebody over the balcony.
well, it's not the Hill,
The
it's called the
LVH.
LVH, it's called the Le Veu. It's become a French property now.
Le Veu.
And you're welcome, by the way, it's free, it's called Football Central. We do it in the showroom, 1,600 seats, 50-foot high-definition monitors, concert sound, smoke-free environment, $1 hot dogs, $2 shots of LeBlanc. Stop by and say hello, that's this Sunday, doors open at 9, and the first kickoff is at 10 o'clock. Cowgirls, Falcons, Falcons, -4, undefeated, 47.5. Mario.
And down the stretch we come, 2 games to go. By the way, do we know who won the Breeders' Cup Classic that went on over there on the show? Great day for horse racing. Anyway, big horse.
And they're off. Here comes going around the stretch. Bubblegum sticking to the side.
I got to say a guy about a
Toilet
horse.
paper's my favorite track.
Falcons, -4.
All right, here we go. The money line play
Oh,
of
here
the
we
year.
go.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Cowgirls, money
And
line.
believe me, it pains me to say so. This is a matchup issue. And I said it last week, but Philadelphia is a head case team. Not that Dallas is not, but I just got a feeling this defense has played so good. The offense has given the games away.
One game at a
Dallas'
time.
defense.
Cowboys,
Dallas-
You
Falcons.
said Philadelphia.
You
I'm
did.
talking about last week's game. I thought that was the best game the
Well,
Falcons
we're going to
played
get to
all year
Philadelphia
in
in a minute if we have
Philadelphia.
time. Cowboys,
Great
Falcons.
defense, under 20 points a game. Yes, DeMarco Murray's out, but I do like the Cowboys to
And you
win
still
money line.
believe in Romo. I think he needs a new
I'm not that I
I
believe in
agree
him.
with you,
He needs a
Jonathan.
new
I don't
girlfriend,
think that they know how to close games. They came back on the Giants last week.
Yes, they did.
23 points down, they take a 24-3 lead.
Well, let me tell you what the
only
Giants-
to lose the game
Okay.
on
Okay,
a hand out of
okay,
bounds.
but let me tell you where the
Is that
Giants won
terrible?
that
The
game.
Giants should be 5-3 right now, by the way.
Well, I mean, goddamn, did you see, excuse me, did you see the safety whiff at the ball in the end zone? I mean, what the heck? He looked like the beat on it. Heck, I said heck.
You're fine with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm taking the Falcons at home
Okay.
this week.
I just
Matt
wanna tell
Ryan's
you-
coming into his own.
I'm taking the
My
Falcons.
boy from Boston College is doing it. I think the Falcons are rolling now.
All right.
They did a great job against the Eagles
They
last
did.
week.
Best
And they're
game
gonna
they
do it
played
to
in
the-
3 years.
And they're going to do it to
With
the
Matt
Cowboys
Ryan.
this week as well.
Let me just tell you where the Giants won the game last week, and it's definitely relevant to talk about. How many coaches don't know how to coach between the 35 and 43 yard lines in the other team's zone? The Giants, and I was at the Giants bar, the Giants gave up that 23-point lead. They were down 24-23. They were faced with a 3rd and 10. You know what they did? They gained 6 yards, and they got the field goal, a 48-yarder to go back ahead. And how many coaches panic? Oh my God, we're
Trying to
gonna
go for the first.
we gave away a 23-point lead. You must psychologically get that lead back, and those 6 yards were everything. Great call by Coughlin, and that's where the Giants won the game, despite the fact that Bryant made a lights-out
You gave
play.
up a bootleg to Romo? Really? What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
they got
And he
sucked.
like threw it in your face.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
That was a little bad.
Cowboys, +4 over Falcons. This is a gut feel play as much as anything. Dallas had a 28-11 advantage in first downs. in its loss to the Giants last week. If they can cut down on mistakes, the Cowboys are more than capable. They also play better on the road. It's also worth noting quarterback Tony Romo's 19-2 record in November. Last week, 5-0 against the
What's his record in December and January?
19-2 in
Flip of that?
November.
I
They're
mean,
not going to
19-2 in
Atlanta.
November.
I love records like
I
that.
got my money in Atlanta.
19-2.
Thank
That's
you.
impressive.
He must have been born in November. He must be a Sagittarius.
He must have all of his wins in
I
November.
don't know.
Well, there's something to be
He
said.
doesn't win any other
Sagittarius.
months.
Ah, somebody likes the Sagittarius.
I like a Sag.
All right, we gotta get to one more game here.
We got one more game. We've got the Eagles versus the Saints. Michael Vick, Eagles merit one more chance against favorite Saints. Easy to forget about the Dream Team label that was tagged on the Philadelphia Eagles a year ago. So-called glory days are long gone. Michael Vick's days as the starting quarterback appear numbered. Mario.
Well, Michael Vick wanted them numbered. I mean, in the press conference, he offered the job to his coach to give to somebody else. That was a beaten down Michael Vick press conference. I couldn't believe it.
Humble pie, humble pie.
How in the heck, I said heck again, Shady McCoy, 2 receptions
I love that name.
and 7 or 8 rushes. The guy's
Had 17
Shady
touchdowns
McCoy.
last year.
I know. He's only
He was a beast.
he got 10 touches last
I'm
week.
telling you,
I don't know
Vic
what
is
is
regressing.
going
He's
on.
going
We can
backwards.
trust
He's
the guy
taking
named
a lot of
Shady
hits.
McCoy.
He's not only
He's
taking a
taking
lot
a lot
of
of
hits, he's
hits.
making bad
I give
decisions.
him my
He's been
wallet.
And I
taken
gotta
to the
tell you,
head.
his offensive line is absolutely horrible. And he panics under pressure, and instead of looking for LaShawn McCoy, he's throwing the ball away, he's throwing interceptions, he's taking sacks unnecessarily. This is a bad Eagles team that is 1-5 against the number. The Saints have not been very impressive this year, but I gotta take New Orleans at home on Monday night here.
I have to wonder
agree.
why the Eagles are getting 3.5. You see a spread, if it looks and smells like it sometimes is. I'm going to take Philly here with the 3.5. I can't figure out why the Saints would be laying that much.
New Orleans 3-point favorite.
They got pounded by the Broncos, remember? And they're the 30th
It's
defense
a
in the
very
NFL.
good Broncos team,
52
though.
and a
In my
half.
But they
eye.
got pounded.
In
What
my
about the
eye.
52
Love
and a
the
half
under.
points?
Love the
You
under.
gotta go under.
And I love the
52.
under in the Dallas Atlanta
I like
game
the under
too.
as well.
In which
There's a
game?
lot of
I
good
like the
numbers
under in
here.
the Saints game, and what's the Atlanta-Dallas total?
47.5.
Jeffrey with a G, give me a 5-teamer. Give me your 5 top teams out of Sunday.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Okay?
I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm
Okay?
gonna go with the Packers,
Pack.
Giants,
Oh
New
boy.
York,
Your mouth.
Yep.
and Bears.
The Bears. Mario, Moneyline, Longobardi, give me 5 teams.
All right, Moneyline Colts, Moneyline Cowboys. Then straight up, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and Carolina.
Minnesota, Carolina.
All right. I'm big on the points. I'm gonna take those. I can't take the Cardinals. God, it's so terrible. I
Yuck.
can't even do that. I really can't do that. All right, I'm liking the Skins. I'm liking the Redskins. I'm liking, of course, the Bears in the over. I'm liking that Bears in the over game a lot. I'm liking the Minnesota and the over. I'm liking that's 4 right there. I'm liking your Giants, and I'm liking the over on that game. And I gotta go with the Falcons and the under 47.5. And I'll stay away from Monday. So those are our picks. Once again, we want to thank Cadillac of Las Vegas on West Sahara, where if you've got a new toy, you can stop by and pick up a couple of tickets to go see our Toys for Tots show, the benefit concert at LVH Hotel and Casino on December 1st. You can register online at dec1golf.org, I'm sorry, to play in our golf tournament, celebrity golf tournament. Great concert coming up with Louis Anderson and Gordy Brown. It's going to be a great show. Anybody with a military ID gets in for nothing, also at the Toys for Tots and LVH. Oh, we were out?
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for the cue.
Yeah, we did. Huh? I guess so.
Jonathan.